Welcome to stretching. Welcome to yoga stretching. Thank you for joining me. Today is kind of a rainy day here in New York City, so we're going to be moving and trying to warm up and heat up and get a little sunshine inside through this series of stretches that we're going to be doing today. And as we always do in every class, before we start stretching, we close our eyes, we come into a cross-legged seat. We try to sit on something, so we're going to be using this towel or blanket. Just fold it and place it underneath you. It's up to you, Paul. You can do whichever way you feel is best. So let's find that length in the spine, ears, shoulders, and hips stacked up. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, just noticing your entire body relaxing while still the spine is spacious and lengthening, crown of the head towards the ceiling. You breathe through the nose, deep inhales, and complete exhales. Few rounds like this. As we start to step inside, we observe what's going on in our body. We observe the information that the body is offering us. Just by closing our eyes and breathing through the nose, we're able to tune inwards, start to find out what the body has to say. Maybe a little tension here or there. The temperature on your skin, inside your body. Noticing if your breath is fast or slow. Noticing if your inhales are longer than your exhales. Noticing if you're breathing more towards your chest or towards the belly. And just continue breathing slowly, trying to make your inhales as long as your exhales. Let's inhale on the count of 3. So inhale 1, 2, 3, top of the breath. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Another round like that. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Feel the chest, the rib cage, the belly, the sides, and the back expand. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome, Bob. We're just breathing. So find that long spine. One more breath like that on your own. Deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. Feel the ribs expand. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So important, even if it's a yin or slower stretching class, to continue breathing. In yoga, we really want the breath to lead and the body to follow. All right, we're going to continue with these same breaths, only that we're going to start moving the arms up and down on the breath. All right, so if you don't know what this looks like, just look at me. So inhale, really stretch the arms to the sides and up. Top of the breath, hands come together. Inhale. Exhale, stretch the arms around the biggest circle that you can make. 3, 2, 1. So here we really want to reach the arms out, so you feel that coming out of the joint in the shoulders. Inhale, 1. 2, 3. Really stretch the arms up. You're really lifting the shoulder blades, the shoulders up. Top of the breath, exhale the arms down. 3, 2, 1. One more time like that on your own, really on the breath. Feel the arms stretching out and up. Gaze up, top of the breath. Expand the belly. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go for a side twist, but first we bring the arms up again. 1, 2, 3. Top of the breath, really lift those arms up. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the midline as we twist towards the left. Just using the muscles on the side of the body and the core. Now we bring the hands down, the right hand outside the thigh, the left hand on the floor behind you. We lengthen the spine, crown of the head is long and spacious. Exhale, twist the body any amount towards the back. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, twist gently. Your arms help you, but it's mostly the side muscles and the core that help you twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. On the end, next inhale, rise the arms up. Top of the breath, stretch up. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the midline and we twist towards the right. Really lengthen the spine. And now bring the hands down. One outside the thigh, the other on the floor behind you. Lengthen the spine. Top of the breath. Exhale, twist any amount. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen, feel the expansion. Exhale, twist. One more on your own. Feeling the vertebrae, feeling the discs, everything twisting on its axis of the spine. On the next inhale, lift the arms up high, prayer. Really stretch those arms up. Feel the stretch, anchor down on the sits bones. Exhale, bring the prayer down through the midline. So as you can see, we're really trying to warm up the spine. A lot of us have tense spines. Before Chris was saying, let's work a little bit on the spine. So it's really important to twist on both sides, on both directions. All right, we're going to do the sides now. So inhale the arms up once again. Lift those arms up, stretch up. On the exhale, bring the right hand down on the floor beside you and stretch the left arm up and around towards the right, feeling that opening in the rib cage, shoulder blades, armpit, waist. The neck is long and spacious. And feel the opening of those ribs from the waist, from the hip, waist, and ribs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe bend a little more while still keeping your sits bones on the floor. On the next inhale, we rise up, high prayer, top of the breath. On the exhale, we bring the left hand down, stretch the right arm up and around, feeling that side body stretch. This should feel really good. The neck is long and spacious. We don't want to collapse the neck. This protects the cervical spine while we're always lengthening the crown of the head away from the base of the neck. One more breath here. Feel those ribs opening. Exhale, maybe stretch a little bit more. On the next inhale, we rise up high prayer. On the exhale, we bring the prayer down through the midline. Awesome. Bring your hands on your knees or thighs. Shoulders are relaxed. We're going to do some cats and cows. All right. So start on the inhale, opening the chest, broaden the clavicle, the chest, the pectoral muscles. Lift the chin upwards comfortably. Drop the belly. Inflate the chest, the torso, top of the breath. Tailbone lifts up backwards. Shoulders roll backwards. On the exhale, we start rounding the spine and tucking the navel in, chin to chest, lifting the tailbone up. This is what we call the cat. And then we start opening up the chest, really broaden those shoulders, even roll them backwards. Belly drops, top of the breath, cow. Exhale into cat, undoing by rolling your spine, rolling the shoulders forward. Continue like this a few times on the breath. Inhale, open up the front body. On the exhale, round the back with purpose. Pull the navel in, stretching the back of the body. 2 more like that. Close your eyes if you haven't done so yet. And really feel the range of your spine today. Feel your body with the breath, mindfully, carefully. 1 more round like that. When we stretch carefully, we're able to pick up what's going on in the body, and we're able to modify our practice accordingly. Beautiful. We come back to center. So we're all going to meet on the floor on all fours. So this is what we call tabletop. All right. So we're going to place our hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. So we're going to continue with cat and cow. It's just that instead of being cross-legged, now we're doing it on hands and knees. Very important to bring all fingers over comfortably wide. The back of the neck is long and spacious. The spine is long, so imagine one long line from tailbone to crown of the head. Here you can keep the tops of the feet on the floor, or you can tuck them, depending on whether you want more of a toe stretch or an ankle stretch. Your call. We're going to push the floor away from us. That's really going to broaden the shoulder blades away from each other. Top of the breath. And we start arching the back. Continue inhaling, opening up the heart, the chest, lifting the chin up, lifting the tailbone up. On the exhale, pull the navel in as we start to round and stretch the back of the spine. Inhale, coming back into cow. Push the floor away, lift the chin and the tailbone, drop the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in, push the floor away as you start to round, feeling your spine moving like a bow. We're arching and flexing, so continue like that on your own, on your breath. Again, we really want to study our spines, noticing where the tightness is, where the limitations are. And when I say limitations, it's not a negative word. These are your bodies. We're confined to our bodies in this material realm that we live in. So just noticing where your body is today, what your body needs today, what you can do for your body today to let go of tension. 1 more cat and cow, like that. Beautiful. We're going to meet in neutral. We're going to widen the knees, bring the toes together, and start to bring your hips back and down. So we want to bring our hips towards our heels. We're going to lengthen the arms forward, bring your forehead on the floor. Relax the elbows on the floor, and start to relax the hips, the hip joints, as much as possible, and relax the face, relax the jaw. Keep breathing into the belly.
The wider your knees are, the more you can fit your belly and your chest inside. So if that's a challenge, keep widening your knees a little bit more. And let's all practice breathing towards the ribs, the sides of the ribs, the lower back, and the space between the shoulder blades. So this is what we say, like breathing like a balloon into all directions of the chest and the torso. So let's all take a deep inhale. Notice how even if in a forward fold, you can still breathe towards 360 all directions. Top of the breath. Open the mouth and side out. Really side out. Make some noise. That reverberation is actually really good for you. It calms the nervous system. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Top of the breath. Feel the broadening of the ribs, the chest. Open the mouth and side out. All right, on the next inhale, lift up back into hands and knees. So we bring our hips over the knees. And we're going to extend the left leg all the way back. So the toes are curled on the floor. We're still pushing down on the floor. The more we straighten that leg, the more we get a deeper stretch in the ankle, the Achilles tendon, the calf, and the hamstrings. So lengthen your spine, keep pressing the floor down and away from you, bringing a little bit more weight towards the feet, towards the legs. That's gonna deepen the back of your leg. Breath is deep. Equal inhales to exhales. So good to stretch our legs. We tend to have very tight legs. One more breath here. Keep pressing down on the shoulders. Don't collapse your shoulders. And then bring the left knee down. We're going to do the same thing with the right leg. So step the foot all the way back of the mat. Curl the toes. Start flexing the ankle and bringing more weight towards the back legs. Spine is long. Keep pressing the floor down and away from you. That's going to bring the ankle a little bit closer to the floor. Deep inhale. Complete exhale. One more breath here. The more you can straighten the leg and activate the quadricep, the deeper stretch you'll get in the calf and the ankle. All right, beautiful. Bring the right knee down. All right, we're going to go into a low lunge. So for those of you who have a yoga practice, you probably know this already. I like to tent my fingers. That's going to lift my chest up a little bit, and that's going to make it a little bit easier to bring, let's do the left foot first, to bring the left foot between our hands. Otherwise, you can help the foot and move it forward. All right, so we are in a low lunge, and we're going to find our low lunge today. Low lunge means the foot is inside the hands. So, Bob, I think you need, there you go, that's it. You can tent your fingers. That's also going to help you find that more comfortable space between chest and belly. Now we're going to start to bring our back knee further back so that we feel the stretch in the right hip flexor. Lengthen the spine. If having the foot between your hands is just not possible, then you can do another version, which is the hands inside the foot and just let the knee and the foot face the same direction. So always make sure the knee and the toes point in the same direction. So whichever version you are doing, lizard or low lunge, we're just going to hold it here and breathe. Trying to bring our pubis, our groin, our hip bones a little closer to the floor. The back of the neck is long and spacious. A micro tuck in of the chin that helps you to lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. So feel the hip flexor on the right leg starting to give in. So many of us have tight hip flexors, the vast majority of us, because we're always sitting, so those muscles just get shorter and shorter. All right. We're going to bring our hips backwards so the hands and the legs, the feet don't move. It's just that we brought our hips backwards and we're going to lift the toes up, the left toes up. So we're flexing the ankle. And you can bring your hands a little closer to you. If you have blocks, of course, use the blocks. Otherwise, I'm just showing you what a practice would be without blocks. If you have the blocks, you can place them underneath your hands. Lengthen the spine, flex the ankle before you fold. Keep flexing those toes towards you. Flex the ankle. Feel the stretch. Ankle, Achilles, the calf, the hamstring. All of this is being stretched. Here we want to isolate the stretch, so we're not rounding the spine. We're still keeping a long spine that protects the spine as we continue to stretch the backs of the legs. So straighten that leg any amount. If you have blocks or books, you can use that also as a support. You can use cushions. You can be creative. Close your eyes. Let's just breathe into the back of the left leg, into the middle of the hamstring. Keep flexing that ankle. It takes somewhere between 5 and 10 complete breaths for these big joints, big ligaments, big muscle groups to get used to the stretch. So we have to be a little patient. Deep inhales, complete exhales. Noticing how after a few breaths you might be able to go into the pose, into the stretch a little bit more easily. Breath always helps us. On the next inhale, we're coming forward again onto that low lunge or lizard if you need to bring your hand inside. One more breath here. Notice how it's so much easier now than the first time we did this. Lengthen the neck, top of the breath. And on the exhale, bring the hips back, but this time we're also going to swing the foot backwards to come into hands and knees. You know what we're doing the other side. So tent those fingers to lift your chest up and then bring your right foot between your hands or to the outside of the right hand. You decide. It's your practice. I'm here to help you. You are your own teacher. So find that alignment, the right knee directly over the right ankle. Back of the neck is long and spacious. Breathe, feel that opening in the left hip flexor, left quadricep. That's what we're trying to stretch here. So really release, don't resist. Continue sinking down your hips, your hip bones towards the floor and forward. The neck is long and spacious. We're not collapsing the spine. Here, if you want to use your blocks, you can use your blocks, your books, your cushions. 3 more breaths here. Noticing how slowly that left hip is starting to release. We try to enjoy this just by breathing, by being patient. 1 more breath here. All right, beautiful. On the next exhale, start to bring your hips backwards, straighten the right leg, flex the right ankle, flex the right toes. Walk your hands a little closer to you or a lot closer to you. Ideally, the hands are under the shoulders, especially if you're feeling that this is really tight. You can use your blocks, you can use books. If you're very bendy, of course, you can start folding forward, but I please ask you to fold with a long spine, not rounding. The goal here is not to bring our forehead towards the knee. It's to really stretch the back of the leg, the glute, the right glute, the hamstring.
Close your eyes again. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. Deep belly breaths. Complete exhales. Keep flexing that ankle, that foot, those toes. Deep inhale. Complete exhale. Notice that maybe you're starting to notice that the muscles are giving in. Now maybe you can bring your hands forward a tiny bit more. Maybe. Just be patient. Be kind to your body. Listen to your body. Deep inhales. Complete exhales. Make this a meditative stretch. A meditative practice. We're focusing on our body. We're studying our body. On the next inhale, bring your hips forward. One more low lunge or lizard. Keep lengthening that spine. Keep bringing those hips down. Breathing into the side ribs, into the back, space between the shoulder blades, shoulders away from the ears. These are deeper hip openers. We need to stretch these hips, especially as we age. If we're spending too many hours on our computers in these chairs, we need to stretch. It feels like, this is not as fun as other yoga poses, but this is like medicine for our bodies. Plus, when we stretch the hip flexors and the psoas muscles, we also help reduce lower back pain, and lower back tension. The psoas muscle runs from the inside of the groin, crosses through the hips, and then comes all the way to the back. So when we stretch the psoas muscle, it actually feels really good on our backs. All right, start to bring your hips back and then slide the right foot back. We're going to go for one more child's pose. So bring your toes together, big toes together, knees wide. Bring your forehead on the ground. Negotiate the space between the thighs and the belly, the ribs. Just relax completely. This is another kind of a hip opener. The hip joints and the femur are in a slightly different angle position, but still extremely good for us. Relax the belly, relax the lower back, relax the pelvic floor. Deep inhales, complete exhales. Practicing the art of surrendering. Really accepting the moment, being here and now. Use your hands to push yourself up. If it's okay for your knees, we're going to stay here in hero's pose. I'm just going to turn sideways so that you see me. So hero's pose can be practiced with knees together or more samurai-like with knees apart. So if this is not okay with your knees, you can swing your legs around and cross them. Otherwise, this is really nice to stretch the knees. So bring your hands on your thighs, relax the shoulders away from the ears, find that long spine, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths as we finish today's class. Close your eyes. Deep inhale, complete exhale. Noticing also how these 30 minutes have probably been able to relax your mind, to help you tune inwards, connect your body, mind, and spirit. Calming your nervous system, calming your hormonal system, going more from a fight or flight, sympathetic, to a more heal and surrender mode, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. Bring your hands together at heart prayer. Relax the shoulders. Bow your head down. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck and the shoulders. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for coming to class today. These very seemingly basic stretches can make a huge difference, especially on our spines, our spinal health. So I suggest you repeat these as part of your own stretching practice. Slowly open your eyes, lift the head up. Namaste. Thank you for coming. Hope that you have a beautiful day, and please stay in touch. You can reach out to me anytime through my website, 𝗬𝗢𝗚𝗓𝗓𝗏.com, through Messenger, Facebook, Instagram. Stay safe. Namaste.